This last week I went to the optometrist because, well, like many, I have problems with my vision. And, I've gone and worn glasses for years, and I've been wearing contacts for the last couple of years. And, well, it was time to get my prescription looked at and determine if it's still good. So I went in and sat down with a young lady named Blessy. What a wonderful young lady. And I could tell right off the bat, there was something different about her. And it turns out she's a Jesus follower. And we had a great time throughout this visit. But it was kind of comical because in the midst of this, she was, did my eyes and all that, is this better? Is that better? And all that weird stuff. And that is always a trip going through all those glasses and trying to figure it out. But we were going through and we were trying on these new contacts. And I put the one in the right eye, and then I put the one in the left eye, and then I turned around and I looked at her and I said, something's not right. This does not work. Something's wrong. This is definitely not what I'm supposed to be seeing. And it was funny because Blessy, she doesn't really know me, and so she wasn't really sure what I was saying. So she says, okay, are you okay? Have you been under a lot of stress lately? And I said to her, well, yes, of course, we all have for 12 months, but no, that's not it. These contacts aren't working. So we were trying to figure it out, and it turns out that I had put both contacts in my left eye, and I had no contact in my right eye. And if you use contacts, you know exactly what I mean, because they get stuck to your fingers. You don't even know they're there. And of course, because your eyes are blurry, you can't see it on the tip of your finger, and you stuck it in the other eye. It was nuts, but it was funny as well. And I thought, what an odd thing. Here I go to the optometrist, and the whole idea is that I can see clearer. But things weren't going that way at all. And it made me think of 2020. We made all kinds of declarations and even jokes about 2020. 2020 vision, the year of 2020. It's going to be the year of clarity and vision. And so we said this, and it was great. We had a great fun with it in the generation, all through the nation and around the world. But here's the truth. 2020 didn't bring greater clarity to much of anything. In fact, if anything, it made it a whole lot worse. It's a lot less clear now, a year later, than it was a year ago. But here are a couple of things that I know that as we look back over 2020 from the perspective of the beginning of 2021, that there are some things that are actually very clear. These are things that we have learned and should know with clarity that are true about our God and ourselves. Looking back over 2020, here's what we know. God was faithful and has been faithful and is faithful the entire time. He never left us alone, and he has always provided for us. Number two, God's presence is the only true sustaining peace. That's been true for all of 2020. We've learned it. I'm not nearly as strong as I thought I was. That's another thing that I think many of us have learned. And without the presence and the power of the Holy Spirit working in and through me, I am not powerful. Oh, this is a truth that I hope is clear to all of us because it's the reality of the life we're living. And the sooner we get our head around that and then learn how that works in our relationship with Christ, the better, because then things begin making more sense. But here's what I want as we begin 2021. I don't want to relearn these truths that we have already learned. I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to build on them. That's what I want to do.